Hi, this is a brief experiment in homelessness. You see, my parents forgot to leave keys in the house before they left. So, well, anyway, basically, I can't get back into the house right now because I don't have any keys. And I had to go out some other way. But I can't go back. And so I was too afraid to climb the fucking, the stuff. But, so now I'm briefly homeless. This is a brief experiment at what it's like to be homeless. I always thought that was an interesting idea too. What if I spent the day as homeless? Pitch a tent somewhere and just live on whatever you have. And all I have, I barely had any money, so I bought this chocolate milk, and I had no money for anything else, not even a pastry. I only have coin money. See? It's like less than $1 where I live. And so I'm homeless. Only briefly though. My parents will come home and then I'll return. I'll be able to return to a house, and it just gave me an opportunity to think about what it's like to be homeless, to not have anywhere else to go, but to rely on charity. I mean, I saw, one of these places where, like a food, a bread line, right, where they give out food, and nobody was there. I suppose I saw it. I didn't go there to eat. I just passed it by on my way to the psychologist. I didn't think I needed, but now, if I wasn't able to go back to my house, I would need it. But it's all the way up there. So, there's no bread line in my city as far as I know. So I would have to, and I can't pay. I happen to be able to buy a cheap ticket because I'm disabled. But other than that, I couldn't pay for the ticket, so I'd have to walk like an hour all the way back to find a place where they give out food, and I'd have to eat there because I'd have no food. I have no money. Another way of making money is by crushing up like taking out like bottles, and now they have the system. I'm told they also have it in Germany and probably some other places where if you buy a non-renewable can, like whatever, aluminum or whatever, then if you return it back to the store, where I guess they crush it up in some ecological way, you get some money. So another thing I could do is I could fish for bottles, and I would have to compete with the other homeless people because I know that there are some. And I wonder if that would turn violent. I mean, how would you figure out who gets to take how many bottles, right? That would become a problem, presumably. So, I can imagine there being an argument or even violence ensuing at, the fact that resources are scarce and this is pretty much the only way we can make money. And I wonder, the homeless people who live in this city, I wonder if they know, if they go to the next city up there, up ahead, they have bread line, so they could get free food. I wonder if there's any option of that here. Not that I don't know of it. I never seen a bread line here. Uh, so I wonder if they know that. All they have to do is walk all the way up an hour, and then they can eat, I guess. And then getting clothes if I needed. All I have is this hoodie, this thing, sweater, um, just a hoodie. But I don't have a jacket on me, and so I would have to find a place. I think there is one here in the city where they give out used, secondhand clothing, and I'd have to, you know, deal with the shame of that of using secondhand stuff and walking up and down an hour to presumably eat free food because I have no money whatsoever, and the little money that I could make from bottles would be gone pretty quickly because inflation is pretty high, and you can hardly fucking buy anything. You would have to crush up 7 bottles to buy this. So I would need to crush, not crush, but like take, recycle, take them to the store and feed it to the machine. I don't know what it does to it, but I would have to do that. I've had to get 14 just to buy this and some food, and that wouldn't be enough for the day because I'm large. I probably have to crush like, or recycle like 30 or 40. You know, just to get enough to eat, and God knows if there's enough for all the homeless people here. And I would just be taking out of other people's pool of resources, even if there would not be any violence and it would be friendly. And of course, then there's the elements. I have to take a shit very bad, and my phone needs charging. It's going to die. I don't even have a charger. My headphones would die. My phone would die soon, and I'd have absolutely nothing. Not even my phone. Now, that might be an extreme case. Maybe if I was properly homeless, I'd get my stuff first, and then I'd have a charger, some other stuff, like cleanly stuff. You know, toothbrush, that sort of crap, toothpaste, maybe a towel, sleeping bag, all that kind of stuff. And I can't drive, I don't have a car, so that's out of the question. Maybe I'd have to save up for a tent. But I don't even know how even if I had that, how would I even have that much money? That's completely dependent on the situation, But I have enough for toiletries, a phone, a charger, or anything. It's completely uncertain if you have enough money for any of that stuff. And so next problem is the elements. I'm out here. I had nothing to do. I just stay here. Like, what the fuck should I do? Find a job? How? Plus, I have mental issues. It's very difficult for me to work. And the only reason, and I got lucky. But if I wasn't lucky, I would have to take some horrific job, some minimum wage, or even, an illegal job or something like that, with illegal hours and under the table kind of stuff, and maybe in the gray economy or something, just to make ends meet. And I'd be humiliated by the boss, no doubt, because in jobs like this, people are treated like shit, of course. So So I would have to suffer all kinds of pain and humiliation just because I'm homeless, a crazy amount. And I happen to be lucky that in the sense that I get some disability money and my healthcare is free because I'm disabled legally because of autism. So I'd be a little bit lucky and maybe I'll take some resources from home. But suppose I couldn't. Suppose my parents had kicked me out with only this much stuff, or something else had happened. I'd be really fucked right now. I'd be so fucked. Um, I couldn't even get my disability money because I don't have a postal code. I don't have an address, and presumably my parents wouldn't give me the money. They would just throw it in the trash or something because they couldn't cash it out. I have my papers at least. That's something I have in my pocket, but that's all I got, and so I couldn't get hold of my disability money. The only thing I could do is I could go to the psychiatrist and the psychologist or some other doctor and ask them to give me some food or something because my healthcare is free and you know I could just go in, maybe take a dump, take a shower. They have like a toilet. Maybe that's something I could do, or maybe find a shelter somewhere. But I don't think shelters are probably the very low quality places. Um, you can't. I mean, why do homeless people live in a tent? It's probably because they hate the shelters. They suck. So and again, I don't know. I wouldn't even know where to look. I don't know where the shelters are. I have no. My phone is dying, and I have no data. I have no internet. So I would be so fucked. I wouldn't know where the fuck to go or what to do. I'd be shot, completely fucked. I wouldn't even know if I should turn left or right. I don't know where to go or what to do. I don't know anybody. I'm an anxious, disabled introvert. I don't make friends with people. So I couldn't even go around asking for favors, or I would have to humiliate myself terribly. Um, and again, it just depends on the situation. Maybe, my family would, you know, feel sorry for me and give me some stuff, or maybe they wouldn't. It all depends on the situation, right? So in my situation, you know, it's hard to imagine that I'll be homeless because, my family is fine, they wouldn't kick me out or something. And I do have some property, like I said, I'm pretty lucky. I got some money a couple of years back out of pure chance, really. Um, but so I'd have to go to a property that I own but there's nothing on it. It's just it's a piece of crap, so that wouldn't be enough. Then maybe my grandmother or some other extended family, and they'd probably give me a room. So I would probably be fine in some way, but I would still be really fucked if I had no money. Uh, and again, just imagine that those people were not there. They just don't like you. They don't care for you. Completely fucked. Completely fucked. Just completely fucked. And how many people end up in a situation like that? Your family doesn't like you. Your extended family doesn't care about you. You get kicked out. You lose your rental, whatever. You don't have a car. What the fuck? You're done. You're fucked. And this happens to so many people. And it's so easy for it to happen. It's so easy for this stuff to happen. There's nothing to homelessness. It's very easy to become homeless. You know? So I'm just trying to think about what it must be like. and I might become a prostitute then, right? If anybody want to fuck me. It just really sucks. So this is my brief experiment in homelessness. I guess it's just a way of giving my regards to homeless people. Sorry, and you're not monsters because you're homeless. People who are not homeless are just lucky.